Hello, my name is Gabby Coletta. Thank you for joining this Vinyasa flow practice working on Pincha Mayurasana forearm stand, heart opening. So for today's practice, I recommend 2 bricks, and go ahead and take one of the bricks, place it in between your ankles. We'll begin our practice in Virasana. I invite you to close your eyes, or to soften your gaze towards the earth, whichever feels most supportive. Place your palms face down in this place of grounding, starting this practice from a place of grounded energy. And take a big breath, big welcoming breath, just filling breath through body. And a full exhale. Twice more. Take a big inhale, fill up, and sigh it out. And one more. And let it go. I invite you, if it feels comfortable, to take one hand to your heart and one to your belly. And start to deepen the breath, in and out through the nose. Start to stretch the breath. Really lengthen the inhales. And savor the exhales with a slow release. And just feel the breath, this prana and life force pulsing through you. And find a little more length in the spine, heart lifting, collarbones broad, and shoulders soft. Invite you into a practice of gratitude, aligned with our heart opener. So the invitation is, can we recognize the fullness of each moment? Can we bring ourselves into a place of gratitude no matter the outcome of the practice, no matter whether we reach the pose or not? And can we not only find gratitude for this body, this breath, the time we've carved out, our presence, but can we take our gratitude off the mat and into the world, allowing it to bear abundance, reminding ourselves that we are nourished in every moment. If there's a personal intention you want to set, please do so now. And you can slowly release the hands. Keep the eyes closed or flutter them open as you wish. Place the hands on the shins, and next inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the chin, the gaze. Exhale to round, seated cat-cow. A few times here, heart draws forward, chin and gaze lift. Exhale to round, shoulder blades peel away from each other. And just find the expansion in each breath, each inhale, and the release in each exhale. We start to invite our own ebb and flow of practice with each breath. Our own ways that we can open, and also the ways in which we retreat into our own sanctuary, silence. And a few more seated cat-cows. And just warming up the spine. Come to your neutral table, or neutral Virasana, and reach the arms up. Release right hand down, earth or brick, and crescent up and over, side body stretch. Back to sky, and take it the other way. And back to sky, and twist right, left hand to right knee, right hand anchors behind you, either hand to sacrum, brick, or earth. Inhale to grow the spine long, and exhale to twist. One more breath. Inhale back to center, and twist to the opposite side. Right hand to left knee, left hand comes behind like scaffolding. And can the inhale travel up the entire spine to crown of head? The exhale bring you out to twist. Inhale back to center, grow tall. Palms meet, and hands come through center, finding your centering, your grounding for practice as we make our way into table pose. Once you arrive, stack shoulders over wrists, really spread the hands, hips over knees, and a couple rounds of cat-cow here. Again, just really softening into the opening of the front and back of heart for 3 rounds. You can start to invite Ujjayi breath, this victorious breath in and out through the nose, and gentle constriction in the back of the throat. Almost like you're fogging up a mirror. Come to your neutral table. Now walk your hands long in front of you. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, heart melts down, Anahatasana, puppy pose. 2 breaths here. Each inhale, spine long, knit the ribs in and up. Exhale, heart melts down. 1 more. And start to walk the hands back towards you, underneath the shoulders. And we'll do a few rounds of just protracting the shoulders. So you're going to puff up the space behind the shoulders and lower it back down. For 4 more, puff up and lower. For 3, lower. And 2, lower. And 1, lower. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. Take the next 3 breaths here just to greet your body. Notice how it feels, what areas feel tight, what areas feel open. Really spread the hands, anchor into the L of the hands, send the tailbone high to the sky, and a little bend in the knees for this first down dog. Sink the heels down. Inhale, rise up onto the tippy toes, and exhale, sink the heels down. Twice more, inhale, rise up, and sink it down. Once more, rise up, and sink it down. This time, take a really deep bend in the knees, and then stick the booty up high in the air. Get long in the side body of the spine. Keep the length of the spine, anchor into the L of the hands, and start to straighten your legs. Take a full breath here, ribs expanding in all directions, and a full exhale. Shift your weight forward into plank, and lower knees, chest, chin to the earth, slide onto the belly. We're coming into Sphinx pose, so slide the forearms forward, ground them onto the earth, shoulders over wrists. Make sure the entire tops of each feet are on the earth, and then draw the navel in and pull the heart forward through the window of the arms. Your chin can stay parallel with the earth, forehead, and gaze forward, or you can just turn side to side, and a little stretching of the neck. 1 more breath. Inhale, and release. Hands under shoulders, press yourself through all 4s, rounding through cat into child's pose, knees wide, big toes touch. And then turn the palms up. Take a moment here. You can keep your hands as they are, just getting some opening in the upper shoulders, or you can take prayer behind head and walk your elbows forward for a little stretch into the triceps. 1 more breath. Plant the hands, rise to table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Start to walk your hands to the front of the mat. Start to walk your feet to the front of the mat, 1 footprint at a time. And then as you arrive, half lift, long spine, and hold it here. Weight in the fronts of the feet, knit the low ribs in, breathe, and then exhale to fold. Twice more we pulse, inhale, half lift, and fold. Once more, half lift, and fold. Find your half lift, left hand to the front of the face on the earth or maybe on a brick, right arm up to the sky for a twist. Breathe here for 2 more breaths, wringing out the spine. Deep bend into your left leg as you straighten your right. 1 more. And release right hand down. Other side, right knee bent, left leg straight, left arm to the sky. Wring it out. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. 1 more breath. And release. Place your brick to the side. If you used it, find your half lift. Exhale to fold. Reverse swan dive. Reach all the way up. Palms meet. And hands to heart center. Feet are hips width apart. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Classical suns we go. Exhale to fold. Half lift, long spine. Plant the hands, right foot back, knee to the earth. Anjaneyasana. Sweep the arms forward and up. Traction your front heel towards your back knee. Open heart. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the back toes, step into plank. Rinse it through with modified chaturanga or full version, your choice. Feel into how your body feels today. Draw the right leg up from the inseam of the leg, so energetically bringing it up, and then step the right foot forward, back knee down, untuck the toes, Anjaneyasana here, reach the arms forward and up, lift the heart. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the back toes, look forward, and then step forward to the top, half lift, collarbones broad, and fold. Reverse swan dive, press through the feet, rise tall, palms meet, hands to heart center. Other side we go. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Gather up your presence, your fullness, and fold inward. Half lift, long spine. Plant the hands and left leg extends back. Knee to the earth, untuck the toes. Anjane here. Sweep the arms forward and up. And release. Step into plank. Travel through your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin are halfway down. Up dog or low cobra. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg rises, draw it up from the inseam. Step the left foot between the hands, right knee to the earth. Reach the arms forward and up. Anjane here, heart opening, navel draws in. Exhale, hands to the earth. Look forward to the top of the mat and step forward to the top half lift. Exhale, fold, head heavy. Reverse swan dive, reach all the way up, palms meet. Hands come to heart center. Breathe here, heart lifting into thumbs. 1 more breath. Separate your feet, hips width apart. Graze the fingertips on the earth, reach the arms up, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Weight sinks into the heels, lift the heart, breathe here, inhale. Exhale, fly the arms back, Ardha Utkatasana. Twice more, inhale, heart lifts, weight in the heels, exhale, fly it back. Once more, inhale, and fly it back. Bring it back to your Utkatasana, fierce pose. Then stand up tall, maybe slight back bend. Fold all the way down. Find your half lift. Plant the hands, and then step it back. Rinse through a vinyasa or skip it to down dog. Find what suits you. Start to anchor into the L of the hands. Breathe here. Lower either 2 options. You can lower onto your knees and then your forearms as we move into dolphin. Or wrap the elbows back and slowly start to lower forearms to the earth. You can bring your forearms parallel, or you can interlace the hands, pinkies kind of stacked. Make your way into your dolphin pose. So sit bones to the sky. You can keep a deep bend in the knees as we're still warming up the hamstrings. And start to walk your feet towards your head. Press your heart towards your thighs. Breathe here. Really press into the forearms. And then feel your upper biceps wrap away from each other. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Walk your feet back, forearm plank. Everything in one long line. Breathe here. Collarbones broad, navel draws in for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Untuck the toes. Slowly lower the hips down and draw the heart forward. Sphinx pose. See if you can find these opposing forces in the body. So even as you're finding the heart opener pulling the heart forward, can you firm the low belly to support the low back? Release the forehead down. Take the hands under the shoulders and press rounding through cat pose to child's pose. Stay for a breath here. Feel the fullness of the ground beneath you holding you so that you can really let the muscles soften on the exhale, just melting in. One more breath. Rise to table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg rises, three-legged dog, and step it forward. Spiral the back heel down, open up warrior 2. Make sure that the front knee is tracking towards the pinky toe edge. Soften the shoulders. Breathe here. Flip your front palm up, find reverse warrior. Reach up and back, and then stay for your exhale to sink a little lower. Steady in the legs. Big inhale opens up right ribs. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down for a revolved lunge. Left hand down, right arm up. Option to drop the back knee to the earth as needed here for 3 more breaths. Spin the eye of your elbow forward, left elbow forward for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then you're going to toe heel your right foot towards the center of the mat. So toes facing the long edge of the mat. 90-degree bend in the armpit area. And you can either hold this side plank here, supported, or you can add a few pulses. Lowering hips down, reaching right arm back, and lift the hips up. 2 more. And 1 more. Right hand grounds. Right foot steps back. Down dog. Rinse through a vinyasa or skip it, your choice. Moving into our other side together. Left leg goes long and back, 3-legged dog. And then step the foot between the hands. Spiral the back heel down, rise up, warrior 2. And take a moment here. So as you're in your warrior 2, really think of hips and shoulders open to the long edge of the mat. And relax the shoulders. Breathe. Flip your front palm up, find reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale, take 1 more breath. And cartwheel the hands down, revolved lunge. Your right hand is on the inside of the front foot and the left arm sweeps up, twisting. Twist from the navel, the ribs, the heart as you pull shoulders away from ears. 1 more breath. And then start to toe heel the left foot towards the center of the mat. You're rolling onto the knife edge of your back foot. Shoulders are stacked in one line, left arm sweeps up. Stay and hold supported side plank or find these little hip dips. Hips lower, left arm sweeps back and up. 2 more. And up. 1 more. Left hand sweeps up and over to land. Left foot steps back into down dog. Pause. Take 1 full breath. Complete exhale. Either lower both forearms down or come from your knees to the earth. But either way, we're arriving in our second dolphin. So both forearms to the earth, hips high to the sky. Start to walk your feet towards your head. Press your heart towards the back of the mat. Option to stay here or take your left leg up. As you take your left leg up, think of drawing it up from the inseam of the leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release it down, other leg. 3, 2, 1. Release it down, knees to the earth. Forehead to the earth. Arms can be long in front of you or behind you for this version. Take 3 breaths in your child's pose. One more breath. Arms reach long in front of you. Spread the hands, really enliven the arms, and then rise to table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here we go. Right leg rises. 3-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands. Spiral the back heel down. Warrior 2, just passing through slowly. Straighten your front leg. And then lengthen right arm forward. Trikonasana. Right hand can come to the shin. You can also grab a brick. Ground into the ball mount of the right foot and scoop your right hip down and towards the long edge of the mat. Be mindful not to lock out the knees. So if you know you hyperextend your knees, soft little bend. Move the brick if you took one. Bend into your front leg, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down and ground into your front foot as you send your left leg high, standing splits. And again, really think of energizing the inseam of the left leg. You can bring the earth up to you with your bricks. Bow inward, forehead towards shins. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Release left foot to meet right. Rise up, half lift, rise onto the tippy toes, and then sink everything down into a tiny little yogi ball. Lift your torso up, shoulders stacked over hips. One hand to heart, one hand to belly, just as we started our practice. Take a moment here just to thank your body for its effort, its breath, or think of one gratitude, something that is really filling your life with juiciness, with rasa. One more breath. Release both hands down, lift the hips to the sky, forward fold. Toe heel the feet, hips width apart. Inhale, half lift, and then exhale, take a really deep bend in the knees, ribs to thighs. Take your arms on either side back behind you, and then cross at the wrists and bring them in between your legs so you can grab onto the front of the shins and deepen into a fold. Keep the ribs glued to thighs, the head heavy, hips reaching up, shoulders peel away from ears. So we're really opening up our hamstrings because part of enabling dolphin pose and then Pincha Mayurasana forearm stand has to do with really opening the backs of our legs as well as strengthening forearms and opening heart. So savor this forward fold for one more breath. And then unravel the arms, half lift. Plant the hands, step it back, down dog. Rinse through a vinyasa if you wish, or preserve your energy. Let your breath be the teller, the teacher. So if your breath is short, that might be a sign to just take a few breaths here. Other side, when you're ready, left leg rises high, 3-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands, spiral back heel down, warrior 2. Only here for a moment. Straighten your front leg and lengthen left side body. Trikonasana is where we meet on this side. See if you can really roll the entire torso towards the sky. Pull the shoulders away from ears. One more breath. And then bend into the front leg, reach left arm up and back. And cartwheel the hands down. Weight in the front of your foot and step forward, back leg rises for your standing splits. Again, energetically drawing the inseam of your right leg up, head heavy for 3, 2, and 1. Release the right leg to meet the left, half lift, and fold. Plant the hands, step back. Rinse it through a vinyasa or skip it, your choice. If you already have Pincha Mayurasana in your practice, you are welcome to start moving into that. If you know you just want to go into dolphin and really savor the fullness of that pose, please do. There's tremendous benefits there. If you're new to Pincha and you want a tutorial, I personally like using a brick in the L of the hands. I'll place the brick down, and you might walk over to a wall, especially if you have a little bit of fear coming up around potentially falling forward. From table, you'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, forearms to the earth. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Walk the feet towards you. You want to keep that upper biceps wrapping out. You might stay here, or you might lift up one leg. You might stay here. You might start with little hops, imagining a little spring in your right leg and hopping your opposite leg up. So this is very much a pose I avoid it, so maybe that means there's medicine in it. But take about 5 breaths just to play with whatever version you're taking, dolphin, pincha. And if you're in pincha, you also want to think about kicking up from the inseam of the leg, pressing your heart towards the back of the mat. And once you're up in there, if you are starting to sway into the low back, then really firm the low belly so that you can start to straighten up. About 2 more breaths of play. 1 more breath. Wherever you are in your practice, child's pose is where we're going to meet. So when you're ready, lower down your version, either shins, knees in, or wide. And take 3 of the fullest breaths. And just let all of your effort dissolve into ease. Just thank your body for what it's capable of. And if you didn't quite get to what you were trying to explore today, can you still find gratitude or fullness in what you did experience? Slowly roll yourself up and pause. 1 hand to heart, 1 hand to belly, big breath. One more. Scoot your hips to the side, send your legs long in front of you. Flex your feet. And actually take a deep bend in the knees so you can melt your ribs to your thighs. We're going to move into Paschimottanasana in a way of really lengthening the low back. So keep the ribs to the thighs no matter how much of a bend in the knees you need. Then start to walk your feet forward and just go to your extent of keeping ribs to thighs. Stay here. If you have more depth, then slight tug of the chin. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Slowly, you'll come on out of it. Place the hands behind you. Fingertips point forward. If there's tightness in the shoulders, point the fingertips out. Reverse plank or reverse table. Soles of the feet down, lift the heart, or shins straight up and down. Hold which variation you're choosing. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And release. Lower onto your back. And hug knees into chest as you arrive. Release your left sole of the foot down, right leg high. And then cross right ankle above left knee, figure 4 on your back. Interlace the hands behind the left thigh. Hug your left thigh in as you press the right knee forward. Flex both feet, really awaken in our feet, our connection to the earth. And see if you can melt the small of your back down. One more breath in this hip opener. So we just did a lot of heart opening in this practice and heat building to energize. Now can we contain that energy with earth element, with grounding? Can we come into this place of calm energy? So really sink the back body onto the earth. One more breath. Release the hands out to a T and cross your legs over even more. Maybe once, maybe twice, whatever serves your body. Supine twist. Drop the knees to the left. And the gaze can stay towards the sky or follow the right fingers. One more big breath here. Full exhale, rinse water out. Back to center. Unravel the legs, right sole of the foot down, left leg reaches to the sky, flex the foot, and cross left ankle above right. Interlace the hands behind the right thigh and hug the right thigh in. As you hug the thigh in, press your left knee forward and melt the back body to the earth. If you want a little deeper sensation, think of lengthening your tailbone towards the front of the mat. And let the back of neck relax, the jaw, the tongue. And see if in these final breaths of practice you can summon santosha, contentment. Just recognizing the completion of each breath, the completion of your effort, of your practice, regardless of where it went. Release the clasp behind your right thigh, arms out to a T. Cross your left leg over even more, once or twice. Scoot your hips to the left and drop the knees to the right. Final twist. Take a big inhale, rinse water breath. Full exhale. And when you're ready, slowly unravel back to center. Untangle the legs, hug both knees in. If there's something else you need in your practice, honor that. I'll go ahead and leave you in Shavasana so you can savor it as long as necessary. Just know that you'll have to take yourself out. Hug both knees in, give yourself a squeeze, even hug your head in. And when you go, release. Legs long, arms in a low V, palms up. Shavasana.